Hi friends, this video is a little different than some of the other ones I've done. I wanted to show what it's like to actually build a training plan. And so in this video, I'm going through the step-by-step process on how to build a half marathon training plan. This training plan will be available when we're all done. I'll post a link to it in the comments so you can snag it, but let's do this. So what I build my training plans on is a website called Training Peaks. I have a coach's account there, and this is going to be kind of the over-the-shoulder view of the process as I go through it. So I have my notes next to me just to make sure I get all the things that I want to put in there. And here we go. So this training plan, we're going to call half marathon training plan. I'm going to hit create. And we have week 1. So let's say this training plan is, let's say it's a 12-week plan. So let's put the race right here. We're going to go to event. We'll say your PR half marathon. This is road running, and we're saying this is a half marathon. We're gonna hit save. Cool. So that's race week. So what I like to do is typically build backwards. So this training plan, let's say this training plan is for someone who's new to half marathons, or maybe training for their first half marathon, or someone who has recently maybe competed in one of them or completed one of them, but wants to get a little bit better. So what we're going to do is we're going to come right up here to week 10, and in my here it is. In my Training Peaks, I actually have all of my runs that I want to put in there already, so it saves time. So what we're going to do is we're going to say this is going to go right here to Saturday, and let's build backwards. So we're going to come over here. Nine. Now, the long run is one of the most important parts of your half marathon buildup. And so we're going to build backwards just like this. So we have week 5, week 4, week 3. Go up here. We get 4 miles here. And we're going to get 3 miles here. So like I said, this is for newer runners or people who are new to half marathons. If you're an experienced half marathoner, we'd obviously adjust this long run a little bit. But this is for someone who's just trying to complete their first one or maybe one of their first ones. So now that we got Saturdays done, let's put one more right here. We'll have a little bit of a step down week right there, and then we got race day right there. Okay, so we got our Saturdays done. So what I do next is then I go into the easy days and fill in the gaps there. And there's a few different ways to do this. So what we can do is we're going to start relatively easy just to get off on the right foot. So we're going to go 2 miles first couple days, and I'm going to explain another thing about the extra days in just a second. So we got week 1. So we're going to do 2 miles 4 days a week. That's going to be easy mileage. If you can't run 6 days a week, which we're going to put the 6th day in there, just make these cross trainer optional days, but make sure you get at least 4 days of training. So let's go into week 2. We're going to build up just a little bit. So we've gone from 11 miles to 13 miles. Okay, so we're keeping it pretty good. Now we're going to bump up here to 3 miles. Let's go 3 miles. One more there, and we'll say this is 2 miles right there. It's gone to 16. Now let's go up here. We're going to say 4. We're going to say 3 here, 3 here, 3 here. So you notice we're increasing the mileage just a little bit. So let's go to week 5. Let's go right over here. Let's see, where was I? We're going to keep this at 4. Keep that 4. 4. We're going to get that Wednesday in there. 5 here. We'll say 4 here, 4 here, 4 here. Let's do 5 again. Add another 4-mile run there, but we're going to make 5 here. Let's make 4 there. Week 8, we're going to go to, where'd it go? 6. Let's go 6, 4, 5, 4. So we're getting about the same there, but the Wednesdays will make that change just a little bit. Week 9, let's go 6 again. Let's go 5 there. Oops. Let's go 6 here. What does that put us at weekly? Where'd it go? There it is. It's about 30. Quick, cool. All right, and the week 10 will be our peak week. So let's go. We're gonna keep it. We're gonna make Wednesday the big workout. So we're gonna go 6, 6. We'll say 4 and 4. What does that put us at? 30. We'll leave that alone for now because we got a big long run right there. Now these days that we're putting in right here, they could be interchanged pretty easily. This is just kind of off the cuff, just kind of throwing it out there. Good, we're going to change all that in just a second. Like I said, you don't have to do all 6 days of running, but make sure you're hitting it pretty good. Now the last week I like to let it be up to runner's discretion, and I just keep it easy across the board, and I'll fill in the gaps with what that means here. So let me find my 13. I think it's back there. Oh no, it's right there. Woo, nice. Okay. All right. So we got the bulk of it done so far. So now here is my little disclaimer. So my brain goes back and forth between miles and kilometers. So I'm doing all these runs in miles. If you want to adjust them to kilometers, feel free to do that. Just know that if I use these interchangeably, that's just how my brain works. It's like knowing 2 languages and you're just go back. It's like knowing Spanglish. Your brain just goes back and forth between the 2. That's kind of how it works with mileage and kilometers in my head. So just so you know there. So let's see what we got else here. All right, so let's go to week 1 and add a little bit of extra stuff here. So week 1, we're going to ease into things. We're going to put 2 miles right here. Maybe it wants to. And we're going to say fast finish. So we're going to say speed up over the last half mile. Keep it easy, right? Remember, this is all for new or relatively new people moving into the half marathon distance. So week 3, we're going to add a little bit more here. Going to come right here, and we're going to add a 1 mile warm up. We're going to do 1 mile at marathon pace, and we're going to 1 mile cool down. Now, if you don't know your marathon pace, my recommendation is go to the VDOT table, and I'll post a link to that in the description. That's a really good resource to figuring out what pace you should be running and where you are at fitness wise. For sake of time and where everyone's at with goals, I'm just going to call it marathon pace and we'll call it good right there. All right, so week 3, we're going to come right up here and we're going to do a run. We're going to call this, let's see, hold on. Where are we at? We've done 4, 5. So let's make this 4 miles. And we're going to call this 2 by 1 miles at, let's do half, we'll say goal half pace. Recovery in between each mile. Yeah, we'll call it good there. All right, so let's go to week 4. So we've done marathon pace, half marathon pace. Let's go back to marathon pace, and let's call this 4 miles. And we're gonna do 1 mile warm up, 2 mile marathon pace, 1 mile cool down. We're at time wise 10 minutes. Cool. Cruising along. All right, week 5. Let's go. What are my notes? Let's do a longer marathon pace. So what we're going to do is we're going to come right here to 5. Actually, we did that already. So let's go 5 here. We're going to go 1 mile warm up. We're going to say 1 mile at half pace, 1 mile at marathon pace, 1 mile at half pace, and then 1 mile cool down. This one's one of my favorite workouts because it makes your body really have to, how do I put this nicely? It makes it work hard. It makes you feel good when you're all said and done. All right, so let's go to week 6. So let's get some more intervals in here. So we did 7 there. Let's go. Where's my 6? Right here. Let's go 6 right here. We're going to do 1 mile warm up. Let's do 4 by 1K at half pace. And we're going to say recover 600 meters between, and then 1 mile cool down. So this is one of my favorite workouts because I like things that are neat and orderly. And when you go 1K hard and then you have 600 meters left, you can make that your recovery. So we're going to call that 4 by 1K. All right, it's cruising along, week 7. So we're going to make this, let's make this 6 miles again. And we need some marathon pace work in there. So let's say 1 mile warm up, 4 mile at marathon pace, 1 mile cool down. We do earlier. We did 4K, 2. Yeah, so we're getting up there, getting stronger. If you're using this plan, you're going to get a lot faster as we go. We're also going to build in the Saturday mile or Saturday speed work sessions too. All right, so cruising along, week 8. Let's go back to some short stuff. So we're going to say 7 miles here. And let's do, so we did 1K. Let's do 1 mile warm up. Let's do 5 by 1 mile. Actually, done 1Ks. Let's do 4 by 1 mile at half pace and 1 mile cool down. So if we do 4 there and say, so that puts us at 6. We'll call this 7-ish miles because it'll be closer to probably 8. We'll make the cool down here about 3 minutes. I'll most likely be a little bit more than 7 miles, but it's all right. So let's go down here to week 9. We're almost there. Let's go 7 miles here. And let's go fine tune our speed a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to go warm up 1 mile. Let's go 10 by 400 meters at faster than half pace. So it could be 10K or fast. We'll say 15K to 10K pace and cool down 1 mile. So between these 400s have 90 seconds active recovery. This is actually one of my favorite workouts. I love 400s. There's nothing in my mind. I could do 400s every single week and be happy as a clam. So that will get you pretty close to 7 miles. If you need to adjust, you can adjust a little bit. But at this point, we want to start fine tuning and sharpening that sword a little bit because we're almost to race week. So week 10, we said was peak week. So we're going to have a big week this week. So what we're going to do is we're going to put 8 miles right here in the middle. And we're going to make this pretty easy. We're going to go 1 mile. Oops, if I can spell. 1 mile warm up. We're going to go 6 miles at marathon pace and 1 mile cool down. That'll be a really solid workout for you there too. Now we got week 11. We're going to go back. We're going to go back down just a little bit. And we're actually going to do a workout we did earlier. So where did it go? We're going to do the 1K workout right here. So we're going to copy this right here, copy. You come right down here. We're going to hit paste. But we're going to adjust this just a little bit. So we're going to say 7 miles. Change this to 7 miles. And we're going to make this 5 by 1K. Just to keep the legs fresh. And then we go into taper week. So good rule of thumb is usually 10 days out from race week is when you want your last 10 days out from race day is where you want your last quality fast session. Because after that, the gains don't really show up a whole lot. So here's what we've done so far. So first we set up our goal date. We've put in all of our long runs. We've put in our easy kind of base days. We've put in our Wednesday workouts. Now we're going to finish it up by adding in our Saturday runs. Now, Saturday runs, you're typically going to stay in marathon pace. But what I like to do is kind of keep, depending on what we do on Wednesdays, adjust it for Saturdays. So we're going to start backwards. So we're going to start right here because this is one Saturday to go until race day. We're going to say fast finish, last 2 miles at half pace. We're going to just keep that week feeling fresh, feeling fast. Okay, let's go to peak week. What did we do on Wednesday? We did 6 miles of marathon pace. Let's do the half pipe. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go warm up to, here, let me do it this way. We're going to go warm up 2 miles. Then we're going to go 2 miles at marathon pace. We're going to go easy 2 miles. That puts us at 6. We're going to go 2 miles at faster than marathon pace and 2 miles cool down. This workout is really good to simulate running longer miles on tired legs. So let's do it the other way because I'm a little OCD there. CD 2 miles. Hit save. Okay, so we did some 400s there. We're going to do some marathon pace work here. Let's do, we're at 9 miles. Let's do 5 miles at marathon pace. And just to keep it simple, we're going to say keep it in the middle or second half of the run, just so you can get used to tired legs. We're 4 by 1 mile. So let's go to some shorter stuff again. So we're going to go, we're going to just call it, we'll say fast finish, but we're going to say we'll say 2 miles at half pace. We go week 7, so we did some 4 miles. Now we're back at 9. We're just going to say this true easy day just to make sure we get used to that longer distance. That's our first 9 mile day. So let's go to week 6. So we got some 1Ks on Wednesday. So we want to do some marathon pace work that day. So let's see, what did we do the other day? We did, where'd it go? We did 5 there, fast finish, easy. Let's go 4 miles at marathon pace. Back and forth there. We're going to call this a fast finish. We're going to say 2 miles at half pace. Say this is, just call it easy day. We're at week 3. And we're at the point where we're just going to focus on base. So we're going to just call this easy day as well. Come on. There we go. This will also be easy day. If I could type. Wait a minute. 20 minutes. Woo! Cruising. We already did that one. All right. So I'm going to call this easy day. All right, week 1. Okay, so we have the bulk of the training plan right there. So we focused a lot on marathon pace work. We focused on easy pace work, and we focused on some half marathon pace work. So one of my other kind of ninja tricks is to do what's called speed work in the skies. Now, let me put a little disclaimer. So I'm going to put this right here on day 1. So we're going to say, when possible, run hills. That's speed work in the skies. So this hill work builds strength. It builds endurance. Builds strength, endurance, and increases ability to run fast. So whenever you can, run on hills. I know a lot of runners try and hide from hills because it hurts and it's hard to run on the hills. Well, listen, if you want to get faster and you want to run better, I encourage you to chase after the hills. You'll be surprised how much stronger you are the more you focus on hills. The other thing I'm going to add here is I'm going to add it on this day is add 3 to 5 striders 3 days a week. So striders are not sprints. They are a controlled short burst of speed that focuses on leg turnover, focuses on form, and focuses on just feeling faster than your easy pace. Now, I really like striders in a big open field. That's typically where I do them. But striders are really good when you add it on some easy days. You could do them after your long run too, just to kind of keep your legs feeling fresh at the end. But you're going to want to do that every single week. The other thing I'm going to add right here, and again, you can put this on any day, is we're going to do what I call century squats. So what I call century squats is because you're doing 100 squats. Now, you don't need to use weights. You could use body weight, but here's how I do it. So we go 20 regular squats. We go to 20 single leg, let's say the left leg, 20 single leg, say the right leg. And then you could kind of mix it up. But also let's I can't even speak. For this case, let's say 20, we'll say 20 lunges. And we'll say 10 on each side. And you're going to finish with 20 regular squats. This is really cool because you can get a lot of gain from this, and you're going to build a lot of strength in that lower core. So you have your lower abdominal muscles, you have your obliques, you have your glutes, you have your hamstrings, quads, hip flexors, all that area. You also have your adductors and abductors that will get some love too. We're going to want to do this 2 days a week. You can do it in the shower, you can do it when you're done running, but just add it 2 days a week and you'll get a lot stronger. So that is my training plan. So like I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to post this link into the description of this video. If you're interested in getting this training plan, it's available to you. If you're watching this video and you've made it all the way to the end, use the code YouTubeFam in the description and you can get a discount on this training plan. So I hope this has been helpful with my thought process as I build training plans so you can see how easy it is to actually build a training plan. Now, if you would like more specifics as far as what pace to run with each of these workouts and different things, please reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to work with you to get you going on a training plan so you can go smash that half marathon. So that's all I got for tonight. Have a great evening and we will see you in the next video.